Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel that is now our channel, just like life.
What's that supposed to mean?
I was gonna continue,
You're
but...
making the camera shake by... Oh, hi guys!
Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. Leigha wanted to do a... no, see, now you're making the thing shake. Leigha wanted to do a, learn about us, meet us question thing. Yeah, you can explain it better. She wanted to do a thing where we talk about things about us and make it interesting for everybody. Is that a bad intro?
It's basically a 20 things you may not know about us.
That sounds way better. Let's get into it.
That was way too hard for you.
Here, you start.
Okay, number one, I just said I wasn't gonna count. My first paid job was a cashier at Target when I was 19. I think I was 19. And my first shift was overnight, 9 hours on Black Friday.
I remember it because I went.
And I wasn't driving it, and Alex had to pick me up.
Yep.
Early, no, it was like 9 a.m. My shift. I think it was like a 12 to 9.
Because I went
shift.
Black Friday shopping while you were at work.
Yeah.
That was fun. My first job was a bagger at Rayleigh's. That I didn't even apply for the job. My mom applied for the job. And I got called.
I didn't know that.
No, so they called me into the interview. And I was like, hold on a second. I put them on mute. I was like, Mom, did you put in a job application? She's like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm going for an interview. And it was my first interview, and I nailed it, and I worked there for 7 years, all the way through high school and college.
I studied early childhood education and psychology at Sierra College for a few years, and I never finished to get my degree. I think I went as far as getting my teaching credential or teacher certificate or something. I don't even know, that's how bad it is. And I just couldn't finish school. So I went on to being a preschool teacher, and I hated every second of it. Hated it.
I have my bachelor's in business administration. If you ask me why, I would never be able to tell you. Because I've never once used it, and probably never will. I think I just did it to do it. And it's so expensive. If I had to choose again to go back to college or not, I would not.
Literally the majority of the people that we know
Go to school and
they went to school from 2 to 6 years, and they end up not using their degree. Not to scare anybody, but that was my fear.
Yeah, well, that's why you've
when I felt that I needed to stop, I stopped, because I was like, I'm gonna regret this. I'm gonna spend too much money. I didn't spend a dime in college because I got financial aid. But if I were to go on to another college or something, obviously I would have had to spend more money. I'm obsessed with cleaning and organizing. It's my best stress reliever, and I could literally clean and organize all day long.
What do you like to clean most? Can I guess? Let me guess.
Yeah.
Kitchen.
I love cleaning the kitchen. I don't like to pick up stuff, put clothes away and pick up toys. I hate cleaning up toys. That's why I usually make you do it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. But I like scrub, deep cleaning most of the time.
I hate deep cleaning. I like picking things up. I like the quickest way to make the biggest impact, which is just picking it up off the floor and putting it in a basket or something like that.
Yeah.
My stress reliever is video games, and always has been, always will be. I am not a believer in the fact that video games are childish. I think they're fun. I think it's better than watching TV, and mostly play Rocket League. I did give up my PlayStation though when Asher was born, because I was playing a lot. I had to play a lot less now. But yeah, I've been playing games since I was 2, and I don't know, probably end up with tattoos of video game characters at some point.
I still think you should get the Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should get some type of sleeve, like you said you want to get the beach and then mountains and something.
I want to
and
hide
then get
Pokeballs and Sonic and a bunch of stuff. That would be so cool.
I could literally eat Chick-fil-A every single day of my life. I order the 4-piece chicken nugget or the 4-piece chicken strips, and I won't eat it without the Polynesian and the Chick-fil-A sauce. I could eat it every day.
It's so expensive.
It's so expensive.
Why is it $7 for 4 chicken strips?
Okay, and
they're good. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But why is it $7 for 4 chicken strips? I can't eat Chick-fil-A. I'm dairy-free and gluten-free, so if it's breaded, I can't have it. That's not true. So technically, I can't have.
Well, you got the grilled nuggets, and they were like $2 more.
Okay, no, the grilled nuggets were like $6 for like 4 nuggets that are like that big, and they're gross, and I'll never get them again. But yeah, I eat.
Oh, they weren't good?
No, they were gross.
Oh.
I eat Chipotle, I eat Panda Express, and I eat In-N-Out with no bun and no cheese. Those are pretty much the only things I can get while we go out. Like, I can't have Taco Bell. I can't have, like, McDonald's sucks. Burger King sucks.
He lives a really sad life.
Yep. I pretty much eat 3 different things. Burritos, burgers with no buns. Yeah, no. My stomach freaked out.
You're always like, no, I'm hearing all these bad foods.
Burritos, burgers with no buns, and Chinese food as long as it's not breaded.
I would die. I don't have much of a sweet tooth. I usually don't have sweets in the house, and people who come over hate me for it.
Yeah,
he can't.
No, she sucks. No, she sucks. She's the
worst.
worst.
So you'll get Oreos, and that's all you can eat.
Yep.
And dairy-free ice cream.
Yeah,
and
I eat it. And Lucky Charms.
And Lucky Charms.
She fights me on it every single time. She's like, I don't want that in the house. I'm like, cool, I do though, so just don't eat it. And then she blames me because, oh, I had so many Oreos because they were in the house. Like, you need to calm down. Practice some self-restraint.
I don't have that.
I'm just gonna hide it then.
My favorite season is summer. You'll find me living in a pool somewhere.
It's true. She always wants to play pool games where, like, if it's sunny or hot outside, she just, like, I'll give her that. If it is hot, I also want to be in the pool, but I hate summer. As soon as it's over like 85 degrees, I'm not about it.
I love the feeling of laying on the couch as long as there's a ceiling fan above you. Like that feeling of like being kind of hot, but like getting cooled off, and you have shorts on, and you have that like the sun-kissed cheeks, and you're just...
No.
I don't know how to explain it.
Nope.
But in the summertime, if you're like doing chores and your house is trying to get cooled off, and that's when it gets miserable. But everything else, like, I love summertime.
No. Every other season except for summer is great. If I can roll out of bed and I'm a little cold, because I sleep better when I'm a little cold, get into a hot shower where my skin is so cold and the shower is so hot that there's like steam everywhere, that's perfect. And then if I can put on jeans or like joggers and a hoodie, which is exactly what I'm wearing right now, if I can wear that all day long and be comfortable, that's it. If it's raining just a little bit, I love it too.
My guilty pleasure is zip popping videos.
But why?
I don't know.
You guys, it's more than a guilty pleasure. It's an absolute sickness.
Not lately. It's actually been a long time since I've...
Okay, I will agree with you that there was a point at which I was actually nervous. But no, it's a...
I remember...
She'll go hours. Hours. I'm pretty sure there's a YouTube channel, the Dr. Pimple Popper or whatever. Yeah. Hours. Like, ooh, found the perfect blackhead. And I understand why it's interesting.
It doesn't help when I'm with my friends, because the majority of my friends like it too.
I understand why it's interesting, but also like the lead up to it is like my stomach just twists for... It feels like hours, and then it finally comes out and I'm ready to throw up, and then it's like, okay, well, next video's coming up, and it just auto loads. No.
It's the best. So I'm not very sensitive to videos like that, but when I was pregnant, I did throw up one time.
You threw up?
Yeah.
While watching?
Well, it was during, your stomach's more sensitive when you're pregnant. So I, did all the gagging and stuff like that. I didn't go into it thinking I was gonna puke watching this video, but I was pregnant, so I had a good excuse.
Funny story about Leigha puking. When she was, I don't know how many weeks pregnant? 2 weeks, 3 weeks pregnant?
Oh, I was 5 weeks.
5 weeks.
This is when we went to.
Because you knew already. Yeah. You were in Santa.
I found out at 3
We were in
weeks.
Santa Cruz. We got there. I don't even know if we spent. Did we spend the night? I don't even know if we spent the night. She made us leave
I don't think we
Santa
did.
Cruz and come back home. It was like a 3-hour drive.
My anxiety was really bad.
Anxiety was super high. Whatever. Like, we can go home. That wasn't a big deal. But she ended up being like having, what is it called? Like morning sickness. But it was like, she was pregnant. So
It was
she
all day sickness for
whatever.
20 weeks.
She didn't feel good because she had a little tadpole inside of her. So we get almost all the way home. We're literally 20 minutes away from home.
We're on 193 in Lincoln.
So
After that windy road.
yeah, we're almost all the way home. And she's like, you have to pull over, I'm gonna throw up. And I'm like, oh, okay. Mind you, like I have never seen her throw up in my entire life. So we pull over. She throws up out of the door, like she opened the door and threw up, and she burped while she threw. She burped while
And
she
he
threw up.
laughed.
I died laughing. I could not. Like it was the silent laugh where like it's the funniest thing you've ever heard. Like you'd rather not breathe and continue laughing. She was so mad at me, still to this day. So if she's ever sick, I can't be around her. So all of her pregnancy for the 15 weeks following that, I was not allowed to be on the same floor of our house if she was throwing up.
Yeah, so usually
It's so funny.
obviously I would get sick in the morning as well as all day, but it would start in the morning.
I would have to go downstairs so she could throw up upstairs.
Or if we were downstairs, I had him go upstairs.
God.
And he always followed through. Like he would,
Yes, what
he
you
would
think.
listen.
Dude, I would try to hear you burp and throw up.
Would you?
Yeah. God. Okay, we're off topic.
This is getting weird. Okay.
Yeah. She says that she has 9,200 pictures and videos on her phone. And I believe it. Because she is constantly taking pictures and videos. I only have 1,436 pictures and videos on my phone. And I would venture to say that at least 300 of them are memes. Just screenshots of memes.
I thought you were gonna say you, like pictures of you.
Me. It's me.
300 of them are pictures of
Yeah,
me.
300 pictures of memes. The other 1,100 is just all me. Just can't get a good angle.
I think every single one is either screenshots of recipes that I never made and pictures of Bubba and videos of Bubba. And I'm gonna keep all of them forever.
Yeah. I also have a list of, or I've just saved bub pictures, but you have like easy 10 times as much as I do.
It's kind of bad.
I hate horses.
Oh, and I can add to that.
I hate
Where's
horses.
my horse one?
If they died, all of them, I'd be happy.
I owned a horse
I
one time.
don't trust any animal that you're not allowed to be behind. Nope.
What about? We'll get back to that. I owned a horse when I was a young teenager, and I rode horses, and I took riding lessons. I miss it every day.
We wouldn't have been together.
He wouldn't go near me.
So I'm glad that you got off that lifestyle. It's worse than drugs, horses.
Whatever. You're just dramatic. This isn't going as planned, but it's fine.
It never
Whatever.
does. I am pretty sure that I have the polar opposite of ADD. Here's what I mean.
What does that mean?
Here's what I mean. So ADD is attention deficit disorder, meaning you can't focus on anything,
Oh,
correct?
Yes.
Okay. I can focus
Complete
on something
Opposite.
to the point where I block out all of the rest of reality.
It's awful. It's awful.
So that's not that bad. It makes me a really good worker, and I can like get things done that I want to get done. So there's a good part of it, but the bad part of it is it can literally be triggered by anything, like kids shows that Bub watches. Like I'll watch 45 minutes of it, and
And
like
I'll stop and ask him, is that a good show?
and I'll be like, I'm trying to track the storyline, and I can tell you like where
It's so annoying.
we have inconsistencies of like, no, because that cow was yellow last time. I remember that. And so there's a lot of like, I'm really good at comprehending everything because the focus is just insane. And then I can also daydream to the point where I will run red lights.
Oh my god, twice in a row.
Yeah, I once ran a red light and daydream, like, and I thought about it. I was like, oh shit, I ran a red light. And I thought about it so hard that I ran the next one too. And so I like don't even know how I got home. Like everybody talks about how like, oh man, I don't even know how I got here. Like I was zoning out so hard. Like no, I could drive through a family and not notice because I
and
was
then you'll think about it too
because
hard
I
and
would
hit
be
another
thinking
family.
about like, you know what are toenails really made of? And I would just think of that for I can go an hour and a half on that.
I can't handle the routine of daily life. I cannot handle it. Let's see, I wrote down the repetitiveness of life gives me anxiety and panic attacks, and I'm constantly on the hunt for new things to do and change.
Would you like to expand or are you just gonna leave them sit?
People are probably wondering, like, what does that even mean? That's not normal. You're the only one in the world feeling that.
Tell them what it means.
Well, there's really no meaning. But for me, what? What do you have to say?
I was just gonna say, there really is no meaning, and then I was gonna lean into the camera and say, try being her husband. I love you to death, but when you have problems but you can't explain them, it makes it really rough on me.
You don't
Selfishly, I'm not saying.
You don't think it's hard for me?
I didn't say that. I'm just saying.
Basically, it kind of ties into my depression, I guess. Like
Now you make me feel bad for saying
Good. I'm just saying it ties into my depression. I'm not going to get into it, but the repetitiveness of just life, like day-to-day stuff, it gets not boring, but it's like Groundhog Day for me. And that's a movie, by the way.
Yes.
Okay.
It's also an actual day
Well,
on the calendar.
Ugh.
Punxsutawney Phil, right?
Who's that?
The groundhog of Groundhog Day. His name's Punxsutawney Phil.
Oh, I didn't know that. I've only seen that movie like once or twice.
It's not a movie.
Groundhog Day is a movie.
Punxsutawney Phil is real. Well, I mean, I think he's a symbol. But you're thinking of the movie Groundhog Day, where the guy relives the same day every single day. Yes, I know.
My life feels like Groundhog Day.
The movie.
The movie. That's why I.
Okay, that's fine.
Help.
Wait, hold on. I just realized that Groundhog Day, like that's the only thing that living the same day over and over, like that's it's only like the movie. The actual calendar day is just about whether or not there's 6 more weeks.
Right.
Alright, cool.
Oh my god. Are you serious?
No, that took me. I just now realized that.
Wait, what?
I was today years old when I realized that.
You need to put that on Reddit. Hashtag today years old. Or no, was it Instagram?
Yeah, it's Instagram has today years
Oh,
old.
they're so good. It's worse than shower thoughts.
Yeah.
It gets freaking boring.
I'll add to it. I understand why she has her Groundhog Days. She doesn't know whether or not.
Alex, I'm having a Groundhog Day.
I don't know if winter's in 6 weeks or is over in 6 weeks or not. I understand why she puts herself into a rut, because every single day is exactly the same. Where I have a job, where in itself every single day is not the same, because I talk to different people every single day.
But
so,
you still go to work and.
I'm still talking.
I'm stopping.
I'm stopping. So her day is the same every single day. My day is different every single day. So when I come home, I want to be home and do nothing and relax, and like I want the constant part of my life to be relaxing, where she wants
The opposite.
the exact opposite. If that makes sense. So it makes it tough. It makes it tough for us to like agree on like how we spend time with each other, because like for instance today I'm driving home and I'm thinking about how like I would love to just lay on the couch and watch TV and like catch up on shows that I like to watch, where she wants to do the exact opposite. She's what's it called? Cabin
fever?
No? Is that what it is?
Stir crazy?
Stir crazy.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Cabin fever.
Yeah, so she's stir crazy and she needs to get out of the house, and so most of the time I cave. You know how marriage goes, where if she wants one thing and I want another, we
compromise and do what I want.
Yeah, exactly. So we do that every time. That's the only way to deal with it, I think. Like I'm fine just going out. And like today we went out to dinner because she didn't want to stay in the house.
Like I just need an hour a day where we're out of the house. And being in this new house, for some reason, I I'm okay with being home for multiple days in a row. In Colfax, I couldn't stay home for more than a day or half a day. I would be out most of the day during the week, every day.
Yeah.
And then
You've always been where like you don't last very long inside.
Yeah.
Here
it's a lot better.
Yeah, you've been able to stay home for a couple days, but then I think anybody gets stir crazy after a few days.
Yeah.
Being a mom is tough. Like, I'll hand it to you. Because
I think being
every single day you like to have a schedule with Bub, and the schedule is good for him, but bad for you in a way that is just it creates a rhythm.
During his nap, I fit in everything that I want to do, whether it's taking a shower, doing dishes. Like, I simply can't even load the dishwasher with dirty dishes while he's awake because he'll want to take the knives out and run away, or he'll touch the dirty dishes. Like, so I gave up on that. Or anyway, I fit in everything I want to do into his nap time, which is an hour to an hour and a half every day, and then that's it. And at his age now, he wants me to be with him at all times in his skin, and it gets overwhelming. Where were we going with this?
We
were talking
about how you can't handle the day-to-day routine.
Yeah, and I think it's normal for especially moms, because you're in this house with, how tall was he? 3 feet?
Yeah.
2 feet?
Yeah.
Whatever. Tall human being, and you love him to death, but you also sometimes don't want to be with him, and you feel like you're suffocating.
Severe mood swings.
Oh, and that doesn't help.
No.
I suffer with severe mood swings, and I have pretty much my whole life, and it has taken over my entire life, and I don't know what to do about it. Yay.
Okay, so we're gonna lighten it up a little bit.
Okay.
I have it worse. You also have it. You and I are both into technology in a way that is sort of expensive. She has an iPhone.
Once a year,
She has an iPhone 10. And she's okay with that. I don't think she could go very long. Like, I don't think she could go backwards multiple generations of iPhones. Like, I feel like she would definitely want to have like the newest or the second newest. I have to have the newest tech if I can afford it at all costs. And I know that if I can afford it at all costs, literally is the exact...
all of the costs.
All of the costs. I have technology FOMO so bad. Like, we've just bought a Roomba just because I know...
You were itching for...
No, I know that other people at work have a Roomba, and the fact that I didn't have one bothered me day and night until we bought one. I love it. Like, I bought it, but like, I have FOMO so... Like, I cannot...
What's FOMO?
Fear of missing out. Everybody, you don't know what FOMO is?
No.
God.
I didn't even know fear of missing out was a thing.
But yeah, so like I have to have all the new stuff. We have a good guy. His name is Bubba. He thinks his name is Bubba. So okay, so we'll end it by talking about us as a couple and like where we are in life, and that's really good, don't you think? So like, we've been super blessed to be as young. I mean, you think I'm old because I'm almost 30, but be as young as we are. We have a house that we love that has 4 bedrooms, which is 2 more than we need. So we have enough room to be able to grow into more, whether we have more babies, we adopt, I decide to turn one into an office. Like, it's really nice to be able to grow into something, whereas in the Colfax house, which was like 1,100 square feet or something like that, it was good for us at the time, but we just like grew out of it pretty quickly, and Bub just needed way more room. I've got a really good job. Leigha has her mental... Well, I mean, you've got your mental things, but like you're in a good...
Considering where I was
You're
before.
in a really good spot considering where you were. There's more work to do, obviously, but like you're fine. And Bob is super smart. He just got over his little fever, but like he's healthy.
We're raising a good boy.
We're raising a really good boy.
I think we're doing everything right.
And we have good friends. Like I feel like at a macro level, we have a good life, that we've got like room to experiment with things like YouTube and things that we like to do and try, and to me, that's what it's all about, I guess, is like being able to be stable enough financially and emotionally and whatever to be able to say, okay, we've got those things covered. We have a house, we have food, we have things for each other and for Bub. Mm-hmm. The rest of it's just life and tasting things and trying things, and that's cool. So
I think as I get older too, I'm realizing like I need to go do things. I need to, like when I'm in a slump or a funk or whatever you want to call it, it's hard to get out of that. Like it's hard to talk myself out of it. But like I'm fine now. I've been fine for a few weeks. Actually like a month now.
Yeah, you've been fine.
I haven't had any...
It really depends. In comparison to when you're at your lowest, you've been fine for a long time. You just...
Yeah.
Just because you had a few like blips on the radar doesn't mean you haven't been fine.
Yeah. As we get older, we want to try more things and do more things because I'm sick and tired of just sitting around the house doing nothing, and I feel like I'm in my 20s. I feel like I need to get off my butt and stop complaining about, boring day-to-day stuff and just get out and do something.
Well,
but it's easier said than done when I'm in the slump or in that funk or whatever.
I think that's, as I've gotten older, again, you think I'm an old man, but as I've gotten older, I think that's exactly what life is literally all about.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, we're trying something new by raising our son, like every day's new with him, but then like, again, YouTube, trying that out, and like you've done, you did your scrapbook. Like that's like, you just do things until you find something that you're like, you really like so much that you just want to continue to do it and do it and do it. Like that's why people play instruments. Like that's like, you just do it until you find a passion. And I think a lot of people get lazy, I guess, with their own, they don't know what they like, so they just don't do anything. And I think that's almost
well, that's kind of my problem.
That's almost something that I'm afraid of. Is like, I don't want to ever be in a place where like I don't know what keeps me
going. Literally.
Not even go. I wouldn't say it's
something
that
to look
deep for
forward
me.
to.
Like it becomes that deep, and that's how it is for you, right? It's like when you're in a rut.
Yeah.
You don't know what to do. You don't know how to entertain yourself, basically. I know it's more than entertainment. You don't know what to like.
Yeah, it's a lot deeper than that, but I haven't found what distracts me yet, other than, it sounds crazy, but other than cleaning. Because you'll find me, my house is, when I'm depressed and at my lowest, or even just a little like low sometimes, my house will be spotless. You notice that?
Yeah, but also when you're in a great mood.
Right.
Then your house is also spotless. I mean, our house is spotless.
You know what I mean,
all the
though.
time, so.
You know what I mean.
Yep.
I don't know.
But yeah, no, I am. That's something I feel really passionate about, I guess, is like, I've always been optimistic, and I think people have always known that about me, especially you. And I think that's why we're a good fit for each other, because you can lean on me for.
I can be optimistic at times. I
am. You're great, but
yeah.
You let yourself get pessimistic about life in general, and I have always been super optimistic about life in general.
Everything. Because
I just think that we've got. I mean, again, I'm older than you, so I have less time on this earth than you do, but...
By 3 years, whatever. Hopefully.
Hopefully, you want me to die. She wants me to die 3 years earlier than her.
You know what I mean.
You just really need those 3 years to yourself.
Whatever. 3 more years at Chick-fil-A than you have.
I just really feel like that we have 60, 70 more years of being on this earth. Like, that's a lot of time to figure out what you like to do.
For me, it's like, I get so exhausted from the day-to-day stuff, and I get so overwhelmed with just my mental crap. And that's when I think we still have so many more years left.
Right.
And I'm like, what am I supposed to do for the next 60 years?
So when you think of all the time that you have left, do you think about it in a way that like, that makes me nervous because I don't know how I'm going to spend it? Or do you think of it as that makes me excited because I get to try all these different things?
I think life is short. Like, it sounds cliche. Mm-hmm. Like, life is short. Bubba is 2 years old. Yeah. He will be in January.
Yep.
And I have done basically nothing
other than raise him,
and that's fine. I wouldn't want to be doing anything else, but at the same time, but then again, what?
I have to imagine though that that's how every mom is when they are raising a toddler though.
It's like 2 years flew by and I did nothing.
Like he's not going to need the constant attention that you give him now when he's 6 or 7 or 8.
Right.
So you're going to have a lot more time for yourself then.
Yeah. And I think it's my friends tell me this all the time when they're like asking me how I'm doing and stuff like that, and they'll ask me if I found a hobby yet, and my answer is always no. And I'm like, crap, like it's been a while since I've like done my scrapbooking and all that, and it's like every day I'm trying to figure out what I like to do. For example, like if I went back to school to start a career, I don't know what I would do, and then anything can happen. Like if anything ever happens to us, I'm screwed.
Yeah, nothing's happening there.
But you never know.
Yeah, well.
Anything could happen.
Yep. Well, that's why we're doing YouTube. That's why we're making videos and uploading them.
Well, and it's fun because my friends watch it.
Gives you something to do.
I would hope.
Well, I mean, it gives you got to take some time to shoot the video. Like we've already been sitting here for 40 minutes. You have to edit the video. You got to upload it. Like you might get comments.
But it's fun. It gives me something to do.
It gives you something to look forward to as
honestly,
well. You've been looking forward to this for the last couple of days?
Well, I put out my second video.
Like a week ago.
And I had this video on my list. I have probably 15 videos. And I want to do like a Christmas decoration haul and stuff. And I did buy some Christmas decorations, but I need to do another trip. I had a toddler with me and I had a friend with me. Neither of them wanted to be in Hobby Lobby. So I had to cut that trip short. So I will be going back. Anyway, yeah, it's fun. I think I'll start sitting in bed before I go to bed and edit videos, and I need to do it more often.
Yeah.
And I want to do a lot of daily videos, just of Bubba and when you come home from work and stuff like that.
A day in the life.
But it's really hard because by the time you realize, oh, I need to do a video, and it's already like 4 or 5 o'clock. Not that it's too late, but I've already done all the things.
Yeah, well, you're telling me.
Yeah, and that's what you had to do.
Yeah.
Did you finish your coffee?
Yeah, almost.
And I don't know if I'm gonna regret this, or you know what's weird? Sometimes coffee helps me sleep. Is that weird?
Yes. I don't have an answer for...
Like coffee makes me happy, and I kind of go to bed happy. You know? All right.
Cool.
We're out of words.
This is as much as we talk ever. Okay, bye everybody.
See you next time.
Bye.